Without further ado, I'd like to welcome everybody to the first of 6 builder sessions for the Vana Cup. For folks who don't know what the Vana Cup is, it is our inaugural competition to celebrate the launch of Vana's data portability API. We have over $7,000 in prizes to offer to the community for building data apps on the network. And I'm really excited to be offering this initiative to folks so that you can build an app. The most common question that I get asked about building an app on Vana is, do I need to be a coder? And I want to put it out there and say, I am not an engineer. I am a product guy. I am a data guy. I know how to code in certain languages. I certainly didn't know how to build an app a year ago, but tools have advanced so much that it's actually quite easy to build an app on the Vana network. And today's session, my walkthrough for you all, is to show you how you can even just get started by going to the Vana Cup page. So I'm going to take you through builders.vana.org, and we're going to generate an idea. And then when we get that idea, I want to show you how I take it into start to take it into a vibe coding platform. So let me get started. Let me share screen really quick. Okay, so here up on screen is the Vana Builder League dashboard. So builders.vana.org is where you go to enter this competition. As you can see here, you can enter the cup in the corner here. That will take you down to build your own data app, or you can just scroll down the page. Shout out to the folks who've already started building apps, by the way. This is really exciting to see. As part of this competition, number one gets the most Vana in reward, and then the top 5 also get rewards. So get in there, submit your app now, because you get rewards based on your goals and your assists. I think there are some really cool apps here. There's Career Coach. There's a whole bunch of apps here. Only the top 10 are shown on here. So in order to get shown on the leaderboard, you've really got to get to that minimum number of goals and assists, the minimum number of points. And luckily for you guys, because we just launched this yesterday, you just need to get one person to try out the app, and then you're already on the leaderboard. You'll be able to kick one of these guys out. So that's just that's that piece there. Oh, sorry guys. So let's start with building an app. So, you might have an idea. You might not be a software developer. You might be like me and you have an idea. So click on Enter the Cup and go to this screen. This screen is basically a kind of walkthrough tool that allows you to turn an idea into a prompt that then you can put in your vibe code tool of choice. So I prefer to use Claude Code, but you can select Cursor, Codex, or another coding platform. Let's say I just want to use social data. I don't want to use health and fitness. You can select whatever data you want, and you can articulate what kind of data you need. The way to think about this is there a problem that getting users' data might solve? So I'll show you this in a second. I want to choose social data. And what do I want to do with it? Well, let's say I want to recommend, okay? And I am pretty comfortable with coding. I'm not new, but I'm not experienced. So if I had my own idea, I could say I want an app that turns someone's Instagram profile into clothing recommendations that they might want to buy online. Okay, that's an idea that I have, and then I can generate my prompt from that. Now, if you don't have an idea and you're like, hey, I wonder what I can do with this data, all you would need to do is click Generate an Idea, and then it'll take something. It'll take all your inputs and then generate an idea. So this one, an app that aggregates your social connections across platforms you've used and recommends niche communities, events, and groups based on who you're actually close with rather than algorithmic guesses. Cool. You like the idea? You can click Generate My Prompt. If you don't like the idea, you can generate another idea and see what comes up. A social recommendation engine that aggregates portable friend graphs from multiple platforms to show you which movies, restaurants, and products your actual social circle is engaging with. Right? I like my idea, so I'm going to go with my own idea. But, you're welcome to generate as many ideas as you like. And if you have any ideas that you want to test with the community, I highly encourage you just to post that in the community so that they can test your idea out. You have both testers and builders in the Discord. So this is my idea, and then I'm going to hit generate my prompt. And quite instantly, it generates this prompt. This has been already optimized so that it gets the context in relation to Vana. It is accessing our docs.vana.org/build Vana app. And one little known thing about this docs.vana.org page is we've actually optimized it so that it's picked up by vibe coding systems and AI agents. So if you were to just copy and paste this into a vibe coding platform, like what I'll do in a moment, it will actually pick it up and it will be able to start vibe coding the app for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit copy prompt. And then the next direction is to paste it in Claude Code. And then we'll go through getting it live once it's been coded up. So let me share with you my terminal. Let me just quickly switch my screen sharing and share this screen. So this is my terminal. I've got the prompt. I'm going to actually create a new repo just for this. Bear with me 1 second. New folder, test. Okay. Let's see if this will work. And we can go C- desktop test. Oh, let me see. I probably didn't create that folder correctly. 1 second, guys. For those who are familiar with Claude Code, this is a common pattern. New folder, and then I'm going to hit 1 second, test. Awesome. Let's try that again. CD desktop test. So I'm in the folder. I'll spin up my Claude. So those of you who have Claude Premium, you can just vibe code directly into here. And now I'm in my folder. I just paste the prompt directly from builders.vana.org. Hitting paste, and that'll start coding it up for me. It's as simple as that. And that's just the start of the process. So it will, if you're used to vibe coding, then you're used to going through this to and fro. And you'll be able to then access, as you can see here, it's asking for docs.vana.org. It will now fetch all of the information from docs.vana.org, and then it'll build the app with the information that we've got. So this is going to go. See, it's now reading through the subpages. We have an llms.txt, which is going to help your agent be able to code things pretty easily. And you're going to be able to then vibe code your own app. This will work regardless of what AI coding tool you use. I'm just showing you what I do in Claude Code because that's the tool that I use. But you're welcome to use other tools, and there are folks on the team that can support other tools. Now, once you've done this, then it's a case of deploying it. And one of my colleagues will actually walk through that later on this week in their session. I just wanted to show you this bit, but I'll just show you a preview of like, once that's done, where do you go next? Let me quickly again change my stream so that you can see it. So you're back on this screen while Claude Code is working. If you scroll down, you go to docs.vana.org, build a Vana app. And you should be able to, here you can start to walk through the instructions about how to deploy your app. So most of this stuff has already been done. You choose your environment. You'll have to put environment variables into your code, and then you test the flow, troubleshoot, and then you deploy the app onto mainnet. So there are detailed instructions on this page that I'm not going to walk through. Each of our engineers is going to go through one each in a session this week and next week. But the next step would be, once that app is completed in its vibe coding, is to deploy the app and then make sure that you are deploying it properly onto Vana mainnet. Once it's on mainnet, it will appear here. I know some folks are already on this call. who have deployed a couple of apps. I've tried some of them. Please continue to post if you have apps that you're looking to deploy. I would love to try everyone's app, and happy to provide feedback to anyone as well, and happy to share it with my networks. So we've already had, in the last day, we've had hundreds of people already try the app. So make sure you're actively promoting it. Make sure you've got a bunch of people that are trying it out. And that's pretty much the end of my workshop. Good luck with your apps. Please report any apps to try. Just share them in Try My App. If you have any issues, post in app issues, and our wonderful moderator will take a look at those issues and pass it to our engineering team. And please continue with any feedback that you have in relation to the project. We're very open to hearing about it. I appreciate everyone here. Thank you so much. Bye.